my little Bumbabees, and welcome back to the Bumba.cast. That's right, it's me, your girl, Teresa Bumbaco, here on today's 36th episode of the Pop Culture News. Today's a little different because I'm recording this video-wise. I don't know what I'm going to look like recording it because I can't. I mean, I guess I could kind of like minimize the video on GarageBand if I wanted to. Let's see. I guess I could do that. Yeah, look, I can do that and look at myself in the corner. But I'm going to try to do as much as I can eye contact wise with the camera because this is my first time doing it. I'm also going to just try to do the best I can on focusing on staying on topic and not really looking at myself too much on the camera and just kind of looking forward. I'm looking into your soul. I'm looking into your soul. I can see you. You see me. It's kind of scary, actually, because you can see me, but I can't see you. Anyway, so I've got quite a few topics for us to cover today. It's been a few weeks or more since the last pop culture news episode that I put out. And there was like a few things that I wanted to cover in this pop culture news episode that I'm putting out that are kind of a little bit older news, but something that's still relevant, ongoing. You know, I'm getting updates still regularly about these things. So it's not really so old. And to be honest, there are a lot of listeners out there, a lot of little Bumbabees out there that, you know, they aren't as pop cultured as me. I know. It's crazy. It's crazy to me that they aren't. But you know what? That's why they listen to the Bumba.cast. That's why they're a Bumbabee. Because they get it from me, okay? It's a great honor. It really is. It's truly an honor to have had several people in my life so far be able to come to me and be like, listen, if I'm curious about something that's going on, entertainment, news-wise or something like that, I know I can just text you and be like, yo, can you give me the lowdown? The lowdown of what's actually going on. I remember let me move this up here. I remember I had a friend years ago that she texted me randomly when there was rumor going around that Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston were rekindling their romance because Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie were getting a divorce. And they were like, yo, so what's going on with that? Like, is that actually happening? And no, that wasn't actually what was happening. I was like, listen, Brad and Jennifer have been friends for years. He was just going to her birthday party. Like, this is normal. He's obviously going to hang out with her probably more now that him and Angelina are getting a divorce. Who knows? He could have been doing something to just piss Angelina off at this point. I mean, men are weird. Okay, so it is what it is. So without further ado, I just want to say thank you guys so much for still listening. If you listened to the Joe Exotic episode, that was fun. I think I'm going to reach out to John Renke, who is Joe Exotic's, one of his employees for years and also was in the Tiger King documentaries and also really has advocated for Joe even after all this time. And I think I would have a more in-depth interview with John Renke and would get more information and more things established with what's going on and what we can do to get Joe clemency, because I feel as if there's only so much you can do in a 15-minute phone call with somebody because you're only getting 15 minutes and then you are literally cut off. The line will drop. And even though Joe was the one that paid for the phone call, each phone call does cost money. So it's not like I expect Joe to call me once every 15 minutes or whatever, every time the call drops, or like, oh, we'll talk this day and then that day and then that day or something, and we'll put together like an hour-long episode. I mean, you have to be realistic. He's in prison. So, and I'm saying this because there was someone that felt the need to comment like several paragraphs describing how it was a quote-unquote bad interview on my YouTube video for the episode. And it didn't bother me because I didn't say what kind of interview it was going to be. I had been saying all over my podcast pages that this was an attempt to get Joe Exotic pardoned, get him clemency, get him out of prison. This wasn't like, oh, I'm going to be squaring up and beating Joe up while he's in prison already dealing with cancer and other shit going on, like his husband's deportation, last year, whatever it was. And, I mean, I don't understand. If you want to beat somebody up when they're already down, that's on you. Okay? That go ahead. Do whatever you want to do. Okay? But that has nothing to do with me. You see, I don't have to do that for you on my podcast. I don't have to do that. Like, this was my opportunity to say, this is why I think Joe Exotic needs to get out. This is why I think it needs to be reviewed. This is why, X, Y, and Z. I didn't say Joe Exotic has never made mistakes in his life and, I'm going to attack him and we're going to go after Joe Exotic. No, that's not what this interview was for. So, like I said, I'll probably reach out to John Renke or something like that and see if I can get an interview with him because he's a really smart dude. From what I've seen on the Tiger King show, he's very well spoken and well versed on what's going on. And he seems to be really dedicated and advocating for Joe. So why not? Like, why wouldn't I fucking reach out to John Renke, Okay. So without further ado, let's get into our topics of the day, shall we? Because we've got I don't know, I've got 6, 7, 8 things, something like that to talk about with you guys. So let's get right into it because we're already hitting the fucking 7-minute marker. How do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this every time? Before I get into these topics really quick, though, I did want to touch on the fact that Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys, one of the co-founders of the Beach Boys, obviously he co-founded it with his brother, passed away at 82 years old. Huge loss to the music community, huge loss. But I did want to say, I wonder if Sharon Tate was waiting. If you hadn't done what you did to Charles Manson. I'm just saying. So rest in peace, but also, I don't know. I get conflicted and, I love to hate things. So let's get into the first topic, shall we? So first up on the docket, we're going to be talking about Tom Cruise and Ana De Armas. Is that Ana De Armas? I don't know, but she used to irk me, but now she's kind of I kind of like her a little bit. But her and Tom Cruise have been reportedly, courting each other. What the hell is that? Oh, it's a hair. Whew. Anyway, so Tom Cruise and Ana De Armas, whatever the hell her name is, are reportedly courting each other, okay? And they've been seen all over, it started months and months ago, out at her birthday this month, or he's talking about how amazing she is in the press. She's talking about how amazing he is in the press. Now they were, I guess, just out together in May at some private room in some kind of members only club named Annabelle's that's in London. And I guess they've been there quite a couple times, reportedly, from Page Six's article that I got. Apparently, Page Six is quoting someone called The Spy. I don't understand. The Spy? What? Hello? It says here, Tom looks enchanted by her, says The Spy. And she looks very happy with him. A source tells Page Six that the pair have been spotted having dinner at the ultra-exclusive Annabelle's in London, like I said. And also, like I said, back in May, Anna announced she and the Mission Impossible star were working on multiple projects together. So this is like kind of big news because like when do we ever see Tom Cruise in anything other than like Mission Impossible movies? I feel like that's also justified too. Like what else really? Don't do anything else. Like when you're not doing the Mission Impossible movies, just like don't do anything else. Like I feel like that's probably, let me turn the camera down just a little bit because I feel like you can't see me. Um, but I don't know. I just feel like if he's doing the Mission Impossible movies, he probably shouldn't be doing anything else. I feel like his other times he should be just, relaxing, in the bed, just completely rotting, like on Summer House. Maybe he should join the cast of Summer House. Maybe that's their next move. Bravo needs to hire Tom Cruise. I don't know. Just saying. But anyway, so it was quoted here by Anna when she went to Good Morning America, I guess. We're definitely working on a lot of things, not just one, but a few projects with Doug Liman and Christopher McQuarrie, and I'm so excited. Apparently, her and Tom Cruise are going to be in Doug Liman's new movie called Deeper. That's apparently about an astronaut who encounters something terrifying in space. Plot twist. It's Katy Perry. Just saying. But Anna and Tom are going to be in the movie together. Apparently, from Page 6, they're quoted saying that they were first spotted at dinner together in like February in London. So I don't know. Does he live there or does she live there? Are they filming things there? I need to know these things. The article doesn't mention any of these things. I mean, what happened to reportive journalism? I mean, like, let me know the details. I'm like, who lives there? Where were they seen in London? What were they wearing? Like, these are the things I need to know. It's like the Diddy case. I need to know exactly what they're wearing so I can create a mental image. I mean, not exactly the best... I don't know, what's the word? The best example of, the hell was that? Oh, I guess it was the light. I guess it was not the best example of like a visual image, like a picture, but whatever. I digress. So anyway, then it said here that after they were spotted in February together, they were spotted in March at the London heliport. I guess that's just the helicopter landing pad. I don't know. I thought it was maybe an exclusive club here. It doesn't really go on to say, so I guess it's just a helipad. And then I guess they were spotted also several other times. It says here, I guess they were spotted in April again, helicoptering into London. So yes, I guess this is something they do. Then they were seen having dinner for her 37th birthday at some restaurant, and then were later spotted that week walking through a park. And then that same week, they were seen leaving David Beckham's 50th birthday party together. What the fuck? I don't know. I think that's like the craziest climax to that whole like sequence of events of like courtship. Like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And then they were also seen at David Beckham's 50th birthday party. I don't know. I think that's spooky. Spooky. Anyway, but whatever. What do I know? The article goes on to say that the source insider that told Us Weekly this says that they've gone out on some dates and it's very low key. It's in the early stages and he's been courting her. So we'll see. I don't know. Anna is quoted saying, "It's surreal that someone like him is liking the movie and supporting the film and celebrating other people's films. It's amazing." Because I guess he was in press talking about her upcoming John Wick spin-off movie that she just came out with, Ballerina or whatever the hell. So he's like, waiting. Like he's like, you come here. You come to the church and I will show you the way. That's what he said. I don't know, allegedly. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is Questlove. I I hate to say it. I hate to say this right now. I really hate to say it because, I liked Questlove. I thought Questlove was a good musician. I thought he did well on the SNL music thing for the 50th, that special. I like I said, Jimmy Fallon, Questlove, Academy Award winning Questlove. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sad to say it. He's a sellout. I'm sad to say it. He did this. I didn't even know that this was going on, but apparently he had some kind of thing called the Roots Picnic that he did, and it was some kind of ticketed barbecue, live music performance event or whatever the hell. And a bunch of people took to the comment section of all kinds of social media pages for the Roots Picnic. Questlove turned his comments off so you couldn't comment on his shit. And then was just commenting on Live Nation and Ticketmaster's posts for the event and everything because there was, I guess, such a problem with the amount of rain that they got in the area that the event was being held that it prevented them from opening on time. So people were standing in line waiting to get into this picnic for hours, just waiting. Didn't get in until 3:30 in the afternoon. People were mad about it. I mean, they eventually got in. It wasn't canceled or anything like that, but excuse me. Questlove really made some weak ass comment, and I think the Roots Picnic page made a weak ass apology as well. I don't really like the tone of it. I think that they could have done better. People were pointing out in the comments that they were making about it that, you said rain or shine, so you should have been prepared. I mean, it shouldn't have been oh, we didn't know. It wasn't what's going on in fucking Bonnaroo right now. Do you see what's happening there? It's freaking rivers are forming because of the torrential downpours that they're getting. So, I don't know. I feel when you're Academy Award winning Questlove, I feel you need to, at this point in your life, come correct if you're going to be charging people a lot of money for a fucking event. Just saying. So let me read to you exactly what Questlove's Instagram posts were saying. So his post says, I know today wasn't ideal for the Roots Picnic in this 18th year of 2025.
Who said that? Who said that? Who has been saying that?
Is this the 18th picnic? Is that what he means? Is that what he means? What does he mean, the 18th year of 2025?
Who said that? Who said that?
I'll fucking dwell on this all day. I got to keep going. Anyway, in this 18th year of 2025, this year has been particularly challenging to say the least, he wrote. Transforming the Man Center into our event takes about 2 weeks, but as many of you experienced, heavy rain from May 30th into the morning of the 31st caused significant damage midnight to 7 a.m. We nearly canceled the picnic because conditions were unsafe for everyone involved. He also goes on to say in the post here, where is it? We prioritized caution above all else. After working hard to improve the site, factoring in the challenge of finding mulch to absorb excess water, we managed to revise the schedule so that all artists, including headliners, Maxwell, whom we all owe an incredible amount of gratitude for doing us a solid with seconds on the clock, and Leto could perform without violating city noise curfews. I guess it does go on to say, I want to thank you for your understanding and patience through the adversity. This year has shown our ability to adapt and overcome challenges, much like we did in past years. Tomorrow is a new day, and I'm excited to revisit the Do You Want More LP on the Man stage. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. This is the official post, I guess, that also says we would like to say sorry. As we shared yesterday, the rain over the last 48 hours. So I guess this was the final This was the following day after it had all occurred. Like, he had put some kind of post that I read before the day of, and that was the post I think he turned the comments off on. So this was like the following day. So we would like to say sorry. As we shared yesterday, the rain over the last 48 hours made the grounds unsafe. In an abundance of caution, we had to delay doors opening, resulting in the lines to get into the festival. Please understand, safety will always be our number one priority. We worked hard to make sure every artist still got on stage and extended the festival hours so all could perform without violating city noise curfews. Today is a new day and we will do better. There is no rain in the forecast, and we are making changes to improve the entry process and communication overall. We have also increased the number of Roots picnic ambassadors that will be at the front gates. We appreciate your patience and understanding while we get ready for day 2. Doors will open at 1 p.m. See y'all soon. So I guess this was like a multi-day event, and people just went and got their asses handed to them for multiple days. So I don't know what transpired the second day or whatever, but like I said, Questlove turned off his comments. Like, he knew. He fucking knew. He knew that people were pissed. He knew that people were coming for him, and it was not a good look. It's not a good look. It's not a good look when you have money, okay? And you don't take care of your people. Like, if you didn't have fans or didn't, like, get into rooms to have fans, you wouldn't be where you are, Questlove. Okay? So recognize with that shit. Okay? Recognize. All right. Have you guys heard about this one? Jared Leto's sexual misconduct allegations or whatever the fuck. So I'm not surprised. I mean, a lot of people don't know this, but Jared Leto, low-key, has like a secret island. It's not really secret. I mean, we know about it. I mean, some people do. But he has this like island where like he has, I don't know, a group of people that pay to either live there or go on recreational retreats or whatever they do there. I don't know. And they all like wear the same like color robes and follow his mantras. And do you see where I'm going with this? Do you see where I'm going with this? Like, very weird group of people activity. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Okay? So that's neither here nor there. We're talking about his sexual misconduct allegations right now. So this article I found, it's like talking about like, I don't know, how his like new Tron movie is gonna like be affected in the release or whatever. And I could care less. So we're just gonna talk about the allegations. So this article is stating here, I don't even remember what fucking news outlet this is from. I'll tell you in just a moment here. Variety magazine. There you go. Variety.com. Thank you, Variety. Variety says here, a Saturday report from Air Mail contained accounts from 9 accusers, almost all speaking anonymously, saying that Leto serially pursued them, some while they were underage in the mid to late 2000s. Some cases, Leto was accused of exposing himself and harassment. In a public statement, Leto does flatly deny any wrongdoing, but the report arrives at a fraught moment for the actor, carrying Disney's Tron franchise, as well as appearing as the villain in MGM's He-Man adaptation. Oh, so sad, so sad. We just need the He-Man adaptation. We need Jared Leto as He-Man. These allegations cannot happen. We need Jared Leto as He-Man. Do you understand? I can't even keep saying it with a straight face. Oh, God. Anyway, These people get so nervous about like the stupidest shit. It's so funny. Oh my God, we just need Jared Leto as He-Man. What are we gonna do? I don't know. Get like a good original storyteller that can write a good screenplay, and people will come and watch it. That's what you do. You're welcome. That advice was free on the house. Anyway, so Jared Leto is apparently currently on tour with his band 30 Seconds to Mars through the end of the summer, and directly after he's meant to gear up for the release of his Tron film, which he co-stars with Evan Peters, Greta Lee, Jodie Turner-Smith, and Gillian Anderson. So lots of big names there. So that's a little shocking to see. It's really shocking when you see names like that in like superhero movies. Like not even just superhero movies, because I look at like Superman and like Spider-Man, like those kind of like mainstream superheroes. I look at those movies a little bit differently than like the Marvel films for whatever reason. I just feel like it's a money grab for you. I feel like you're not like, I don't know. I don't think Evan Peters like woke up one day and was like, you know what? I mean, I know he was in X-Men, like the Silver Surfer, whatever the fuck. But I don't think Evan Peters just like woke up one day and was like, yeah, I think I'm going to go from Jeffrey Dahmer to a role in Tron.
Hello? Are you fucking stupid?
I don't know. It doesn't mesh. You know what I'm saying? Something needs stirring the Kool-Aid on that. But anyway, the article goes on to talk about the allegations against Jared Leto in the Air Mail piece. It claims that Leto used sexually aggressive language with a minor, asking her if she had ever given oral sex. The report also said that Leto paraded with his quote-unquote dick out in front of a 17-year-old at his home. Jared Leto denied both accusations. None of the alleged misbehavior happened on a film set, sources close to Tron noted, and no criminal charges or civil suits have been brought against the star. Another insider close to Masters of the Universe made similar points. So Disney's already doing damage control. They're like, well, this is just hearsay. I mean, this is just really hearsay. Really hearsay. No, I mean, I'll tell you right now, if they're going to like try to, you know, cancel James Franco off for like not wearing a cup in sex acting classes he was teaching with women that were college graduates, okay, in like master programs for their school, okay? If this slides and you try to destroy James Franco and make him pay $20 million out for that shit, then
guess what, motherfucker?
We're gonna fight. Put your fucking dukes up. Like I'm for real. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. You don't put your thumbs in there because you could break your thumbs. You leave them out. So did you see that? Right on 10. Let's go. I'm like fucking Jim Carrey and fucking Me, Myself, and Irene. Hey.
Yeah, I'm talking to you, you toxic waste of life.
The reps for Walt Disney Studios and Amazon MGM did not comment on the whole situation, and obviously Jared Leto's rep declined comment for the story from Variety as well. But there is a note here from Variety at the end of the article talking about how one seasoned C-quote executive believes that Leto may benefit from a feeling that the Me Too movement has lost steam in the current political landscape, meaning in this climate you get in more trouble for saying something bad about Donald Trump on the air, which is true. So, I don't know. It's like bittersweet in a sense because shit was getting way too extreme. I think people were starting to get to a point where things were getting embellished. Things were, you know, being taken a little too seriously at times. And people's lives were literally getting destroyed. I mean, like, look at this, like, Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively bullshit. I mean, like, they just dismissed the Justin Baldoni, like, lawsuit. Now what? His career's just, like, tainted, and Blake Lively can just get away with that shit? Why? Like, I don't know what's going on. It's a really dark time. It's a really dark time. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but Miley Cyrus is on a press tour right now for her new album, Something Beautiful or something like that. I don't know. I'll probably tell you in a second because it's in the article I got. But Miley is doing a press tour right now, and she's talking about her sobriety a lot in the press tour. I mean, she did an interview with Zane Lowe for Apple Music talking about how sobriety is her god. Which is, like, cool, I guess. I mean, like, I wouldn't necessarily say sobriety is a god, but I mean, I would rather her have, like, something like that as a god than her be like, "You know what? I love Israel now." Like, let's be fucking for real. Like, let's be so fucking for real. There we go. I got it back. But yeah, no. I mean, I guess Miley, she's on this press tour. She's talking about her sobriety, and there was this really interesting thing that I read in an article. And she was in an interview talking about, I guess, when she was not sober, when she was spending, thousands of dollars on drugs, she said that she was making her Miley Cyrus and her dead pets out. God, excuse me, the coffee. She was making her Miley Cyrus and her dead pets album, and she said she needed to be on drugs to make it.
I went on Wood Ride. God bless me. It's summer.
Which I thought was crazy. So she was like justifying doing drugs for the creative process. She was like, listen, I needed to spend 15 grand to get this album made. You don't even understand. Like, literally, she sat down with somebody and she was talking about how she used to hide the money she spent on drugs from her accountant, like labeling it as like, $15,000 on an original John Lennon t-shirt that she bought or whatever. And her accountant would like ask like, "Oh, where's that John Lennon t-shirt?" And she'd be like, "Oh, it's upstairs. Do you want me to go get you some?" Hello. So I guess I misquoted that as well. It wasn't that she spent $15 total. She was spending way more money on drugs. And like, that's crazy. I'm like, what drugs are you doing? Like, she's got to be doing like real top tier, whatever you want to say, like cocaine or something like that. Like, there is no physical way she's spending like that kind of money on weed. Like, there's no way. And like, they're in California, so she probably could have just like gotten it legally. There was like, so she was hiding it because she was taking money out or something, or sending money to somebody and labeling. Oh my God. Like, could you imagine like a virtual timeline of Miley Cyrus's drug purchases? That would be fucking some shit. That would be some shit. But yeah, in the article, she goes on to say that, when she did do the interview with Zane Lowe, thank you, universe, I saw that 444. That, sobriety being like her god was maybe a little extreme. She doesn't really mean it like that. She just means like, it's a big deal in her life. It keeps her going now. It's like her motivator. And obviously she's not spending, tens of thousands of dollars on drugs to, follow her creative process and album making anymore. So good job, Miley. Good job. Okay. So since we just talked about Miley Cyrus, I think we need to just skip to the last story I was going to tell, but just because it ties into each other, because they are like half siblings. So Miley Cyrus, as you know, has a half brother named Trace. Trace Cyrus is a former member, lead singer, I don't know, lead vocals. I mean, co-lead vocals. What do you say? Because I mean, Mason was also like lead vocals. I mean, I don't know. Mason's voice is still angelic compared to Trace. Trace sounded like he was going through a fucking asthma attack every time he sang a lyric in a song. And I'm a huge Metro Station fan, so don't come for my throat. But anyway, so Trace Cyrus is Miley Cyrus's half brother. Trace is I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's trying to put out a new album or like, because he's trying to do like this country thing now. And then he was like in the headlines a little bit ago, talking about how his father is, off the rails and needs to sober up like he did. And, it'll be a lot better for him. And, everybody in the family's concerned. Well, nothing ever came of that. And then Miley ended up hanging out with Billy Ray and they're all good again. So I don't know what the fuck is what Trace is on, and Billy Ray's with Elizabeth Hurley now. So who the fuck gives a shit? It's all a fucking crazy simulation. Okay, like what is going on? Elizabeth Hurley.
I don't want to be here anymore. I'm frightened. Move on, Missy.
Maybe that's what Trace. the realization. Okay, so I don't know. So Trace, I'm gonna get right into the story. So Trace went off the rails, took to his Instagram stories and his Instagram posts and put a text post up saying exactly this, like typed it all out. I'm going to read it verbatim. Women will leave their dream man because he cheated one time. Then go be with a guy they like way less, who isn't as successful or good looking. Usually. Thinking they'll be loyal. Then they get cheated on again. Then they wish they would have just stayed with their dream guy. The reality of this world is men don't need to have an emotional connection to be intimate. It can literally mean nothing to them, and they still love their girl deeply. I'm not saying that's the correct way to conduct yourself in a relationship. But it's the reality of the world we live in. There is temptation everywhere for successful men, and sometimes they fall into it. It doesn't change the love they have for their girl. If a girl cheats, it's usually a thought-out emotional decision, usually in retaliation. So usually when women cheat, it's about revenge and not even about enjoyment for them. And once a woman cheats, the relationship is done forever. Respect is lost. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so the realization that I was thinking, I was like, maybe that's what he meant. I don't know if he was talking exactly about Brenda Song, like in that specific story, but like maybe he was. But I don't know. When I was talking about Elizabeth Hurley, I was like, maybe he means like Elizabeth Hurley is with Billy Ray now, like definitely the way less attractive guy, like total settling for him. I feel like what is Billy Ray doing? What is he doing? It's pulling Elizabeth Hurley. Oh no. And so what I was thinking is maybe he was, in a way, in long reach, trying to insinuate that Elizabeth Hurley didn't just forgive Hugh Grant and take him back because he was the dream guy. And that's what I was about to say when, if you're watching on the video, you saw it click in my mind. Like, oh my God, is this... If she had just stayed with Hugh Grant, none of this would have happened. She wouldn't even be with Billy Ray. But I don't know. I mean, do you stay with a man after you catch him getting a BJ or hooking up with a sex worker? Probably not. Probably not. And I love Hugh Grant. So, no. Once a cheater, always a cheater. I can't. You cheat on me, that's it. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead to me. You can make as many little Instagram accounts or as many little social media pages as you want to. Change your phone number. Try to fucking hit me up. Send me emails. Whatever. You're blocked. They will not get through. They will not get through. You're done. Like you think you can get past me? Think again. Think again. Think again. And then remember not to think ever again. Period. Tu velo.
Tu velo. Period. Tu velo.
Okay, then he posted some equally unhinged shit on his actual grid on Instagram or something like that. I didn't see the actual post of it, but either way, somebody commented on the post and said, now we know why Brenda left. Good riddance. Excellent. And then Trace, I guess, decided to post equally unhinged shit in response to his more unhinged shit from what somebody was calling him out on, and says, yes, because she stole thousands of dollars from me and faked multiple pregnancies.
I'll take you home if you don't leave me at the front door.
And lied about being terminally ill to make my family and I think she had breast cancer and a brain tumor.
Your body's cold, but girl, we're getting so warm.
It was all a lie. She was humiliated to ever show her face around my family again once we figured it out. And my mom confronted her and called her out on all of it. Thanks for reminding me of another scenario where I was a great, loving person and someone did me wrong for no reason. Trey Cyrus.
Let me go now.
It's not for no reason. Like, there's no way she did any of that. Like, when I see dudes talking like that online, I'm like, there's definitely some dabbling in meth going on over here. Like, there's definitely some ice happening up in here. Like, this is giving meth vibes. Because, like, what is actually going on in your brain? What? Like, what? What? You better make damn sure you have receipts when you say shit like that about people, especially as a public person and persona, figure, whatever, and you're saying it about another public figure. You better make damn sure you have fucking receipts and not no photoshopped receipts, no AI bullshit. Like, I mean, real shit. Like, real shit. Because not only are you bringing your ex-girlfriend into this, okay, that now is engaged to and has two, or almost engaged to and has two kids with Macaulay Culkin or whatever, moved on with her life like way years ago. Like, I don't even understand, okay? And now you're bringing her into it, her kids, her new boyfriend, fiance, whatever the fuck, and you're bringing your, like, mother into it, saying that your mother knew about it and had to call her out on it. So, like, Tish Cyrus, what's the truth? What is the truth? I want to know the truth. Tell me the truth. What is going on here? That is some crazy shit. That is some crazy like, those are some crazy fucking accusations. Like, that's just insane to me. Like, you better come correct when you say shit like that. So I literally responded to, like, a story that he posted, and I was like, you give meth vibes. And then I just unfriended him or, like, unfollowed him or whatever. I was like, this is why Metro Station broke up. This is why the only successful and talented members of Metro Station don't fuck with you anymore. Like, the most unhinged shit I've ever heard in my life. Like, I was like, Jesse! ain't right. And, if you would like to if you would like to see your ears bleed in real time, just go ahead and put on his recent country music that he puts out. He is literally a fucking embarrassment. The fact that Billy Ray, one hit wonder Billy Ray, and then, music titan Miley Cyrus have to share DNA. Well, Billy Ray doesn't, but the fact that Miley has to share DNA with this man is honestly probably like the biggest sadness in her life to me. Like it would be the biggest sadness to me. So condolences to Miley on this one, for real. But there's more. He also goes on to say even more crazy shit. Okay? He says, she also faked an abortion with fake blood covering the bathroom floor, and my mom and I rushed her to the OBGYN. That's when all the lies started unraveling, and we realized it was fake. So did she have a fake abortion or a fake miscarriage? I'm not sure what you're talking about here, sir. So if someone sees Trey Cyrus in like a stairwell and there are no cameras, I mean, I guess you know what to do.
It's a beautiful ride.
Don't commit violence, guys. Just, don't turn the lights off in the stairwell on him or anything like that. Like, we wouldn't want him to fall, would we? All right, I got a couple more stories for you guys. So let's get into this next one because it is an update on a story that we talked about, I think at least a couple years ago at this point. So Kim Zolciak Biermann, Real Housewife of Atlanta, and her soon-to-be ex-husband, I don't even know if their divorce is even finalized, Croy Biermann, they're making headlines again because they're both equally as fucking unhinged and crazy as ever because I guess the house that was foreclosed on them in Georgia that they lived in for however many years was sold in January, okay? Well, 3 months later, in April, they still have not moved out of the home. So U.S. Marshals had to literally come and remove them from the house.
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
So this People magazine article goes on to talk about how the U.S. Marshals came and forced them out of their home. The house was sold in January for $2.8 million. In April, that's when the court marshals or the U.S. Marshals came. April the 9th, it says. So right around first weekend of Coachella, they're coming in strong. Like, hey, get the fuck out. So I guess the document that was found and reported on by The Sun was shown stating that the marshals were commanded to remove Kim, 47, and Croy, 39, with her property Huron from said house and premises, and to deliver full and quiet possession to the new owners. According to the filing, the process took place between 3:30 p.m. and 6:45 p.m. local time on Tuesday, April the 8th. A representative for Kim had no comment on the situation, but apparently the same exact day that they were ejected by the U.S. Marshals, Kim was selling furniture to the home on her Instagram stories.
Hello? Are you fucking stupid?
I mean, you get what was she asking for Bravo to film this? Because there's no fucking way that the ball should have been dropped on this to be filmed from start to fucking finish. I mean, I'm stunned that we don't have a bankruptcy show coming for these people. Why didn't this happen? I'm losing faith. I'm losing faith in reality TV world. I really am. So whatever. It is what it is. So in the Instagram stories, Kim was quoted saying, Ariana's bedroom furniture is for sale, $10,000, hand painted, perfect condition. Ariana's bedroom furniture. Ariana's like, I don't know, 22 now, I think, something like that. From what I recall on the new Bravo reality show Next Gen NYC that she's on. Okay, I think they moved into that house when Ariana was like under 12. You're charging 10 grand.
Hello? Are you fucking stupid?
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
Are you out of your fucking mind? Like, what is wrong with these people? Like, really? She goes on to write in the post that the original furniture was purchased for $43,657. I'm surprised there's not a fucking cent attached to that. Like, really? She also noted that the pieces were available for pickup only, including the canopy platform bed, a set of sky blue dressers, a multicolored wardrobe, a white desk, and a cheetah cloth chair, and other decor items. The sale of the property came 1 month after the Bravo star and former NFL player saw their home facing foreclosure and being put up for public auction. So, which is what happened. They were foreclosed on, went to public auction, got sold. I guess it went to auction on December 3rd, 2024 by Truist Bank, it says here, and also appeared on the Fulton County foreclosure list at the time. The house was also set for public auction after they defaulted on a $1.65 million loan in February of 2023. So this has been ongoing for a while. A source did tell people a few days later that the estranged couple took action to clear this up. So the public records are there. We have to go off of the public records, to be honest, because Kim and Croy are not going to be honest with us. There's been all kinds of weird shit happening with them, like police called on them and, all this weird shit. I mean, Ariana seems like she is the most well-rounded person to come out of this whole situation. One of the daughters, I don't know what Brianna's doing. Or Brielle, that's her name. Brielle. I think she's having a kid or something. Oy vey. But, I don't know. I think it's also crazy because if you're watching Next Gen NYC on Bravo, Ariana talks about how Kim and Croy stole her money.
Disgusting.
I guess she started doing brand deals when she was like 14 years old or some shit like that and started making money, but she doesn't know how much money she was making. But every single penny of what she earned from then until she was able to be old enough to legally have full control and access of all of the money she was making, she did not earn one penny of that. So she doesn't even know. And apparently now Kim Zolciak still calls Ariana up and she's like, hey, can you send me money for this? So not only did Kim steal all of Ariana's money, she's asking Ariana for money because Ariana's the only one that's making money, I guess.
Money can't buy your class.
This woman is a fucking disaster. Like, I mean, I used to be like a fan because she was good TV, but this woman is a fucking disease. Like, honestly, she's a fucking disease. So anytime that, Bravo or somebody tried to side with her against Nene or anything like that, you can eat shit.
I don't care. I love it.
Eat shit. So, but yeah, I mean, this is just crazy. I guess they first tried to put the home on the market for $6 million in October 2023. What made you fucking think that a home that you paid under $2 million for was going to sell for $6 million? What did you do? What did you do other than live there? Jesus Christ. The home features 7 bedrooms, a 6-car garage, billiard and arcade rooms, a gym with a private massage room, a 500-bottle walk-in wine cellar, a heated pool, and a home theater, according to Zillow. So, it can all be yours if you buy it from the new owners because it's sold. I don't know why the fuck it said if you want to buy that, whatever. Anyway, so, disaster. The whole thing is a disaster. I think Kim needs to stay the fuck away from Ariana. Stop asking her for money. I think she needs to fucking woman up and figure her life out because, this is a disaster. Remember when she was selling her wigs?
That's life.
She was selling her wigs.
That's life.
Her used fucking wigs for $20K or some fucking crazy shit like that. I'm like, why? So we can buy it and then or somebody can buy it and then you can go spend it all on fucking cheap gas station wine and red Solo cups and fucking go gamble it away at the fucking casino or some shit. This woman's got fucking situations, for sure.
All right, we got a situation.
It's bad. right, my little Bumbabees. We are on the last story now. So, last one up on the docket, we're going to be talking about Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom. It's not looking too good. It looks like they may be donezo. This is an exclusive source coming from People magazine that says that basically Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom, there's no turning back. They are quote unquote pretty much done. Don't really see them being able to turn things around from here. I mean, I kind of saw this coming. Katy Perry's been doing a lot of really weird, questionable shit as of late. A lot of really weird attempts to get like PR, and I think honestly most of it has been demoralizing, maybe not just in a way that affects herself, because it doesn't seem like she really gives a shit about her own moralistic integrity, but I think it demoralizes the people that she's affecting in doing things. I mean, such as the fake space mission or whatever that was. I don't even think they really went up there. I think they were in some kind of anti-gravity fucking chamber with like green screens behind them or something. Like, I don't think that was real. Either way, I don't think she went to space. You know, that video where it looks like it opened from the inside or whatever, and it shouldn't be able to do that with the depressurization or whatever the fuck. But anyway, so between that, the Ozempic face, it's undeniable. I mean, Orlando didn't think that he would be marrying, like, you know, a 70-year-old woman who, like, do you see, like, the videos of her on tour?
Ain't no way.
Did you see the Vegas residency of her singing with a fucking dancing turd in a toilet bowl with a piece of corn hanging out of its face?
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
I think Orlando Bloom has felt embarrassed long enough, don't you think? I mean, and this is a world where, like, we should be supporting women, but I do not support Katy Perry. I just do not. Once he got with Katy Perry, I was like, oh, I guess Orlando Bloom is done for me now. Not like I was like super like, oh my God, I love Orlando Bloom, you know, or anything like that. But, you know, I did like Orlando Bloom. I didn't dislike him. But now I think it's run its course. I think it's time to break it all down. You know, she's on the Lifetimes tour right now, which is funny because, you know, her and Russell Brand, broke up when she was on that other tour that she did. He sent her a text message like, I think we need to get a divorce. And as shitty as that was, I'm almost like, that was probably the most normal thing he's ever done in his life, to be honest. And, you know, I think this has probably given her PTSD, and rightfully so, because, I mean, what the fuck? You know, her and Orlando Bloom have been engaged for like a minute. Like their fucking kid is like 4.5 years old. They've been engaged for like as long as that, if not longer. Like, I don't think he was ever planning on marrying you, girl. Like, when I see like super long engagements like that, especially with celebrities and stuff, I'm like, yeah, they're not getting married. Also, just with real people, they're not getting married. Like, also, if you're in a relationship with a man for 5+ years and marriage is not on the table, if that's something that you want, he's not proposing, girl. Because, like, I've seen men that are like, I'm not getting married. I don't want to get married. And then they, like, meet the girl of their dreams and they're like, oh, so this is what people want to get married for. And it's like, I don't really even necessarily believe in, like, a paper marriage certificate. I think, like, I would be down with, like, marital monogamy in a sense of like, okay, we are only in a relationship together. We do wear rings, and like maybe we throw a party, but we don't like actually sign paperwork or like share any like real assets. Maybe we don't even live in the same home. And if we do, you live on one side of the house and I live on the other, and then we have common spaces where we meet up in the middle. I think like that's a more realistic marriage to me than anything else, because like, let's be real, like,
scary.
It's hard to be with somebody a lot of the time. It really is. And I mean, look at Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry. I mean, he's been engaged to her for like fucking, the length of, a first grader, and nothing is progressing. Absolutely nothing. Well, that's a wrap on this episode of the Bumba.cast's 36th Pop Cultured News. I hope you had as much fun as I did, keeping you as updated and as pop cultured as I physically can. You know I do it all for you and the love and support you keep on giving me. I'm so loved. You really love me.
You love me. You really love me.
I'm so grateful. Keep on spreading the good word, and don't forget to turn on your automatic downloads so you don't miss an episode. And if you're not following me on social media, what's your damage? You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads at Bumba.cast, as well as right here on YouTube at the Bumba.cast pod. So, until next time, I'll see you soon, my little Bumbabees.